Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Desperate Measures. I do believe we are with Jebediah right now as Lady Newman is beginning to wake up. Jebediah?
Oh, waking up now. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I'll just wait till she comes to her senses. Like, if I see Edgar walking down, I'll wave him over.
Yeah, you can give him the wave as the sun sets behind
I'll
Abner.
I'll point to little Bobby and or I'll call Chives over real quick.
Yep. What's going on up there?
Rouse the people and play him a rousing song and take little Bobby here and keep him occupied while I do something.
All right, I can do something like that.
I'll
And
tell little
Chives-
Bobby to go with Chives and listen to his enchanting melodies while I go grab his mother.
Okay. In the little hut with his mother, before you arrive, is there anything you wanted to do, Jebediah?
I mean, if she doesn't say anything, I'm just staring at her.
No,
really,
she's
like, giving
waking
her-
up.
Yeah, I mean, I'll let her wake up on her own.
Is she restrained in any way?
Oh yeah, she would have been.
Yeah.
How have you restrained her?
Probably
I'm
just
sure there's a fuckload
tied
of
her
rope
arms
Yeah.
together.
Okay.
Like-
In front of her or behind her?
behind her.
No, in front of her. We want to be able to
in
see her
front
arms.
of her then.
All right. She'll sit up in the bed, feel that she's bound, move her legs around to confirm that they're unbound, and look at you with disdain, frustration, resentment, anger, something like that.
I'd say I'm pretty neutral. Just
Just chilling.
like I'm not giving her like angry eyes or anything.
Sure.
Is what I mean.
She'll say to you, "What have you done?"
A way out.
Ebner
That-
bursts through the door.
That's all I'll say is a way out. If she asks anything more,
For now, she says nothing. I guess Ebner bops on in.
Lady Newman, we didn't get to formally meet. And all.
We've met many a time, Father Ebner.
Oh, I just meant before we kicked your ass. But sorry about that back there, but you can't get in the way of our fate. You can't get in the way of the Father Time and fate. Not even your noble status can stop the wheels of time.
Well, Ebner,
I just had a nice stroll with little Bobby. We walked down, and he's currently with my little halfling friend. Listen to his enchanting tales.
You wouldn't dare.
No, me, never. But I am gonna give you. I'm gonna give you an option. You know, I know you follow Astaire and you follow law and order, and Father Tempos and Astaire have always been, you know, almost two sides of the same coin. And fate is willing me to move this town to Meadstead near High Castle. I have the whole town. I have boats. We have the king's permission. King, and I'll say his name because we were never given it.
Perfect.
He has interestingly enough given you the opportunity, nay, the privilege to move there and create a better future. And I do believe he did say you would retain your rights, if you know what I'm saying.
That's treason.
Against a dragon.
Against King Gilder.
King Gilder's not the real leader, and we know it. You don't swear to King Gilder, you swear to Scoria. I'm just giving you the option. I think it's the best deal you'll ever have. Retain your noble rights, lead the town. It's just a different spot, more fortuitous, better, and the people will be safe, and you won't have to pay, and your son won't have to wear those tattered clothes that he does.
Did you expect me to go along with this, Shroud? Just pick up and move everything? You don't think they'll notice we're gone? You don't think they'll come for us?
What are they? How are they gonna do that?
We ain't nothing. We're just another check. They don't care. They're not gonna come after us.
Oh,
Nothing's
that's where
gonna
you're
happen.
wrong. One of us, they let one town go. Next will slip. Soon everything falls apart. You know what the penalty for desertion is in a time of war? They'll have all of our heads on spikes.
How's she gonna know where we're gonna go? You're the only one I've told.
There are ways.
How are they gonna get there?
Well, your fears be it aside, you'd be traveling with a Tempos cleric and a paladin of Velmontarius. We will keep you and this town safe.
If she looks at me, I just shake my head.
The wheels of time are turning, and fate ordains me to move it. So you can either be left behind and suffer the consequences, you and your son, of Scoria, or you can come with us and you both keep your heads.
Tough position you put her in. Damned if she does, damned if she doesn't.
If you don't.
At the end of the day, either way, you're probably going to die. Would you rather, if your life ends short, would you rather be able to say to yourself that you gave your son the best opportunity that he could at a free life from this dragon? Or are you going to sit here saying, I tried to upkeep the status quo? I look to Edmund like, that's the right usage of that, right?
Give him
And,
head nod.
And you're going to say, I think I made this whole town better. I'm the sort of leader that would push these people into the claws of a dragon, push my son further into the claws of a dragon, or give them any opportunity of escaping, of hope, of a better life for them, their children, your grandchildren.
If it
Just
sweetens the
simple.
deal, I see your son is, we know what happened to his father. I could get him trained in High Castle. I can make him become, a great fighter. Or if he's attuned with the magics, I know the Archmage of High Castle as well. Probably get him an understudy there. And I'll give you that as my word, that I'll make that happen.
You can see the bitterness and resentment across her face, where you are offering her basically everything she's ever wanted for her family. And here these people come out of the middle of nowhere, kick her ass, and then offer her the world. And you can feel the the almost, how dare you? I've worked so hard to try and get anywhere near this, and I've never been able to. And then out of the clear blue sky, you show up and offer me everything I've ever, there's not just a happiness over this, it's anger.
It's
resentment.
disgust, because we've achieved what you never could.
Yeah.
Kinda.
And her resentment gets the better of her. She closes her mouth and flops over on the bed, so her back is to you, and she stays quiet.
I'll give you till the morning to think on it. You will be here under my rule and authority, but tomorrow I will let you and little Bobby go. And I hope you know I'm not just doing this because, out of the kindness of my heart. I really do believe that you were a good ruler when I was here. You've been good to the people for most of my life. Your dad, I'd assume he was there. Her dad was there before and stuff. It's like a long lineage of nobles, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Your dad was good to my dad, so on. And this isn't out of pity or anything. This is out of, order and I think justice. You've been just to us. I want to give you a fair shake here. And respect. Lady Newman.
She stays with her back turned to you, her arms bound in front of her. She'll think about it over the course of the night.
Yeah.
There's not going to be much else to think about.
I'll be in there with her. If she ever wants to talk again, we can. If not, then... Oh, I guess I got to deal with the Bobby situation.
Speaking of the Bobby situation, Bobby is out with Chives and Valerio. What are you guys doing?
I'm playing my flute and just kicking around town, I guess. Kicking rocks, walking circles, up and down the streets.
I'm leaning next to wherever. Are you're walking around as you're playing the flute? You're not like you're not like in like a town square entertaining people in like a concert or anything.
Well, I figured that everyone's gonna be in their homes thinking about it, so instead of trying to go and knock on a million doors, I'll just walk up and down the streets playing. I feel like it's easier for me to move than it is to move everybody else.
Yeah, I'll just be walking with you just to make sure you don't get jumped or anything like that by some, I don't know. Imagine there's just some vigilante people that want to keep the status quo, so maybe I'll just be walking alongside you.
That's cool.
Making sure everything's okay.
You guys play music, walk around. Valerio, you find some people trying to converse with you in languages you do not understand. What do you do when, roll a die here, when a young woman comes up to you and babbles at you in a language you don't get?
I guess I politely bow to her. I mean, I know some normal forms of etiquette, but I don't know what kind of unspoken ways of etiquette that there are. But I guess I try to do my best to make it known to her that I don't speak the language, but that I wish her well in some sort of.
Well, remember, Ebner, you said you did tell the whole story, right?
Yeah.
To everyone. We probably would have
I didn't tell them where we're
explained.
going and stuff, but I explained, things.
Oh, you didn't tell them where we were going? Okay.
Hopefully not.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I probably wouldn't be. No, I probably wouldn't be making any signs of any particular god at this point, just because I'm pretty lost. So yeah, I can't even do that. So yeah. I just kind of, I try to sign that I don't speak the language, but I wish her well in whatever way that I can, and yeah.
She babbles at you a little bit more, and then seeming to take that, you can't really respond. Reaches into a pack next to her and pulls out a dirty carrot and hands it over to you.
I guess. I guess I'll put my hand to my chest, but I'll sort of give it back to her in the way of like, no, thank you so much.
Dirty carrot.
I think she needs it more than I do. So, but this might be considered rude. I totally understand, but that's
She
just
looks a
kind of what I
little
would
pouty, but leaves.
Yeah.
After your refusal.
Okay.
Well, unless there's
I'll
anything
go
else you guys
and-
want to do, yeah, go ahead. What do you
I
want to
think
do?
we got to clear up the little Bobby thing, right? He's
Yeah,
not gonna-
I'll loop back around with little Bobby after a good amount of time. When it starts
I'll go
getting
and
dark.
meet him outside.
Okay.
Little Bobby, a stare, right and wrong, correct?
Uh-huh.
What do you think about well, I'm not gonna ask you what you think, but let me tell you something about Scoria. She's doing very wrong things. She's killing people, she's killing us. You
Killing
remember
bad people.
do you remember Callum and Vaughn?
Yeah.
They weren't so bad, right? They brought wood. Joka was there as well. They brought wood, probably helped you out a bit. Well, she killed them.
No, she didn't. Scoria would never. No, she didn't.
She was. Yeah, and I'll explain. She's gonna send a lot of these fine people to war over just some gold. She's nothing but a very money-hungry dragon, and that's what they're all like. So, we're gonna be leaving, and your mom's hopefully gonna come with us, and you as well. We're gonna go to a new place, and we'll be safe there, and you won't be in these tattered clothes anymore. You'll be able to wear. I would assume there's artists and stuff, like there's art hanging in the in the noble house and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be able to wear those fine clothes that your daddy wore and your granddaddy wore, and you'll be able to wield the magic swords that they weld. I'm gonna get you trained by the king himself. King da-da-da-da. Now, your mommy ain't taking it so well. She's scared that the big dragon's gonna come get her. But you see that guy right there? I'll point at Valerio. That guy's a paladin. And maybe one day, if you train long enough, you'll be able to become a paladin just like him. He's gonna keep us safe. A paladin. He's gonna keep us safe, just like I'm gonna keep you safe.
He like looks over at Valerio walking through the streets with like eyes as big as dinner plates. You can see he's lost all interest in conversing with you as Valerio like walks down the road.
Now, you'll be able to talk to him a lot more tomorrow on our journey. But I need you to go in there, and I need you just to tell your mom exactly what you want. Tell her how you want to go to High Castle. You want to be trained. Tell her how excited you are for the journey.
He will head to the house, and Jebediah, are you going to leave Bobby to talk to his mom alone, or are you going to stay in there?
I think I'm going to even stay in there.
You're both going to stay in there?
Yeah, just to hang out, you know?
I would probably like wait outside the door, but I would definitely be like eavesdropping in on that. Just like, I'm not going to shut the door, but I'll give them a respectful distance.
As I'm walking in, I'll tell Jeb before I let little Bobby see. I say, Jebediah, cover her with the blanket. She's cold. I want you to cover the restraints.
Yeah, sure. I'll.
Little Bobby's here, my lady, and
I'll put the blanket over her. If she protests, then I'll just like, you do you.
No, like you toss the blanket over and she'll sit up and like shove it in such a way that it covers her arms, but without covering her elbows. Sort of like
she's too proud.
Yeah, she doesn't want to like show that she's restrained, but she also like sits up in proper fashion.
Yeah. And if she needs any help, I'll help her.
Mm-hmm.
Tell her how excited you are to go train with. Can we just name the king, Neal?
Yeah. What do you want to name him?
Does the party care? Or
Da is a pretty good name for me. I mean, you know,
King.
Right next to Dee.
King Chrono.
Kind of looks like a penguin.
Chrono.
Good one.
Can't wait to forget that one by next week.
You think that guy follows Tempos? Jeez.
Yeah, we can only hope. He's excited to go train under King Chrono. He also is excited when we go on our journey to hang out with the paladin.
She looks to Bobby, who pops up over to her and goes, Mom, you'll never believe. There's a paladin in town. And the mom, the noble, the baroness, says, yes, Bobby, there is. And then Bobby looks and he goes, Mom, why are you in bed in here? Where's your armor? What's going on? And she says, well, little Bobby, I'm not feeling very well, and Father Ebner is taking care of me. Got a bit of a fever, and as you know, fevers are dangerous, so when you have one, you should rest. Bobby says, well, why aren't you resting at home? And she says, Ebner thought it'd be best that I rest here.
Lay down immediately is what I thought would be best.
He gives you a bit of a glare and then turns back to the kid and says, now, don't you mind anything? Father Ebner will make sure you're fine while I'm resting here. And Bobby goes, but High Castle, and I'm going to be a paladin, and the mom like smiles sweetly at him as he gets out all of his excitement and tells her about all these great things that's going to happen. And she nods along and spends more time listening than talking, kind of letting him vent his excitements and frustrations. and uses the excuse of feeling feverish and tired, and tells Bobby to go back home and pack his things because Ebner's going to take us somewhere in the morning. Got to make sure you have all of the stuff you want because we're not going to come back here for a very long time. So don't forget anything. And then...
Do I pick up anything, like any other meaning?
You worried
like
that she's
giving code, you know?
Give me a charisma check. See if you can notice anything going on in here.
Not my greatest.
It's just a mom talking with her kid.
Okay. Do I see the? Can I look? Well, I don't know if a charisma check would matter for this. Can you explain how the kid's face is throughout, like as she talks to him?
He might be 13 or 14 years old, but he has the giddiness of a much younger boy over all of this stuff, and seems sort of kind of oblivious to the true goings on. Like he hasn't quite picked up on on what's happening here. He's eating up the lies.
All right, Bobby, let's leave your mom to rest. She's tired. You go get the maids and all the help and pack your things. Help them pack. And don't forget your daddy's weaponry and his armor.
I'll bring it all down, and we leave in the morning.
Yep.
What about the people?
They're all coming. Everyone's coming.
What about our house?
We have new houses. Don't worry. You'll be training with King Chrono in no time. And all tomorrow out through the journey, I'll let you hang out with Valerio, the paladin.
He thinks for a moment. Are the Triple Horns coming? He says, referring to another noble family at the next village over. He's probably talking about their kids.
They'll be coming. A week later than us, but yes.
Okay. He believes your lies and runs back to the manor to fetch the servants and pack the things. Well, the party can gather together late that evening.
Did the mom say anything after Bobby left?
No, she rolled back over, presented her back to you, and sulked in silence.
I guess
plotted in silence.
Are you, Evan? Are you leaving with Bobby?
I guess I'll talk. I'll send Bobby on his way. He knows his own way. I don't think he'll die or anything. And I'll talk to her. I'm gonna leave you for the night, and I will, on my honor, if you don't want to come in the morning, no harm, no foul. I'll cut you loose and I'll send you on your way. But I do believe it's the best for you and your son, and I know that you probably know best for your son, so you'll make the best decision. You know, I have to leave guards here throughout the night just as a precaution. We're both stubborn people, and I think we both know that about each other. So I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Come on, come. You stay there, Jeb.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else have anything they want to do this evening? Chives? Valerio?
I guess I'll have a talk with Ebner, given that I just went around the village a bunch of times with Chives, and I've been seeing weird stares from everybody, and I've had people coming up to me, and I kind of know what's going on at this point. So I just have a talk with Ebner, I guess, at some point, and I just go, Ebner, you have been telling people that I am a paladin, have you not?
Oh, but Valerio, you know I can't not tell people. It's such a...
Yeah, I know.
Such a quick thing that gets them on our side. And, you know, we both work for, well, you worked for gods and I worked for gods. And I think you just being an addition to the party just gets me so giddy that I just, you know, I want to tell people. I want to tell everybody. Everybody that we meet.
I understand, but you know that makes it very hard on me, right?
I get that, but I think that little hardship of embarrassment is worth saving a whole town of people. Yeah, I think that's pretty just, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. I suppose I need to get over it, but yeah, I understand. It's very hard to keep that a secret for very long, so...
I've messed up in the past, Valerio. And, not always have I been perfect. I know it's hard to it's hard to see that, but I've made mistakes. I think maybe talk to your god. Don't abandon him altogether. Just
Believe me, I have tried many times, Ebner, and I will try many times again. But
try again. Maybe tonight say a special prayer and explain what we're doing here, and I know you know better than I do about your god, so I won't lecture you.
I appreciate that, Ebner. You are an honorable dwarf. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's it. Yeah.
Right. Chives, you had nothing else you wanted to do?
No, after looking through the house, and if they're coming with us, I'm not going to rob them. It seems kind of
poor taste.
Yeah, it seems kind of fucked up.
Okay. Night passes, and we get to day. The next day.
I'm gonna get up bright and early and stand in the middle of town and wait for the three cock-a-doodle-doos, and I want to see how many people come out, which doors stay closed.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be the fun part where we tell people they can't bring all the shit they're bringing.
Yeah,
Oh,
people
right.
begin to assemble in the square of town, if that's what we want to call their very small market area here. And it is fewer people than you would have liked. It's like around half the population.
It's fine.
Gathers in the morning.
We'll fix it.
All right, you guys wait here. Let me go get the lady.
And I'm gonna rouse her.
Yeah, she is already awake. But when you arrive,
It's decision time. I need you to make an effort here for me if you're willing to come. I need you to rouse the rest of them. About 75% of the town has shown up, but I'm trying to get it a whole 100%. Otherwise, they're going to die. And that ain't right.
and you'll untie me, give me back my weapons and armor.
Of course.
I'll untie her now. Alone. I'll even untie her alone. As a show of respect. Obviously, like, the weapon's not in the room. I would assume that the weapon's not just like sitting on the door. It's probably with Jeb or some guard. But I am going to untie her, and I mean, I'm gonna, uphold my end of the bargain, where I said I would untie her and let her do whatever she wanted.
Okay. You untie her. Can I come with you? She stands up, brushes herself off, pokes her head out the window just a little bit to see what's going on in the town square. It's still early dawn. The sun hasn't quite come up, but it's getting a little bit lighter. I can't come with you, and I can't let my son come with you.
What's your reasoning?
They'll come for us. They'll come for you. And if I go with you, it'll be a lot worse.
Then how about you give me the privilege of protecting your son, because I think we both know what's going to happen. Scoria isn't going to take kindly to you losing a village, and you know she's going to kill both you, the tree, and the seed. So why don't you let me take him in, and I will, as I said, on my honor, on an oath, give you a blood oath, give you everything, that I will get him trained at least as a knight and continue the Newman name.
She dips her head in acknowledgement.
Now I need you to do one more thing for me. I need you to get the rest of them to come. I need you to order them.
She takes a moment to straighten out her clothes. It's been, these are the clothes that she would normally wear under her armor.
I hand her the armor. I'm sure the armor is somewhere in here. I don't think we would have.
I thought you said it was with the guard or with.
I think the sword would have been with Jeb or something.
Oh, okay.
But I assume that the armor. I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that I would assume.
Sure, it'll take a few minutes for her to put her armor on, and she takes
I'll help
the
her
time
out if she will let me and everything.
Yeah. She'll take the time to get it right, make it look nice. She'll
sure.
spit shine some of the areas that got muddy and dirty from the fight yesterday. Taking her time to clean herself up, straightens herself out, puts on her helmet, takes it off and tucks it under her arm, and heads out into the village. And
as she heads out, I'll hand her sword.
She'll thank you, her face, and go from house to house, knocking on doors, waking people up, and getting them to gather. Bobby's here with the servants and what little bits of precious people can carry. Some people have packed up carts full of furniture and clothing and supplies. Other people have just a pack over their shoulder. And she will give a short speech once everyone that can be gathered has been gathered, about how Father Ebner, in the company of Jebub, who everyone knows, and the foreign paladin, Valerio, no mention of chives whatsoever, are going to take these people to a new land, give them a new home, one where they will have a reasonable life, and it will be difficult. There will be a new language to learn, new fields to plow, difficulties to face, but that they will have a fresh chance at a new life, one a little less harsh. They will have to leave the land of their ancestors behind. They'll have to leave the graveyard, the church, where their family has been entombed for generation upon generation, and start a new way of doing things. And there is a little bit of dissent from the people, mostly the halfling population, who is really attached to the earth here. They're sort of somewhat consider themselves outcasts from society. Not quite, but it's like, well, there's society over there, but let's just do our own little halfling thing. And they're really super not having this. You can hear the halflings muttering to themselves as she's giving her speech, like, oh, well, what do you mean? I just planted a new crop of potatoes. How can I leave now? They're just starting to take root. If I don't water them, that's never... And someone else is like, but my flower garden, this was going to be the year. And the halflings seem very reluctant, but the humans who have seen the toil and are a little bit more connected to the social situation of the war are more accepting and ready to leave.
Now, you heard her, and her word is law here. I'll have you know that there's houses already built, amazing fields. I've seen them myself. So we're gonna get going. She's gonna stay here and grab the...
Ebner will say the people that little Bobby mentioned, because he would know in character. The people.
She's gonna stay here and help them on their way, and she will meet us there. So with that, let's all start going, and I'll speak to Valerio. Valerio, will you please start showing them the way of where to go?
Absolutely.
And I'll whisper to Jeb before anything else happens. I'll say, just let them bring whatever the hell they want right now, and we'll sort it out when we get near the boats. It's better not to cause many more of a hassle. And I go to oh, go ahead.
Actually, I think we should, once we're about a day out, that's when we should.
That's
when
fine.
We should do it.
Yeah, that's perfect. And I'll put my hand out to Lady Newman. If she shakes it, I'll cast Bless on her as well.
She'll shake your hand. It's a shaking hand, not like a come with us hand. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's a shaking hand.
Cool.
And I'll whisper to her, I know what you you're doing here is not easy, and I respect the hell out of you. May Aster and Tempos guide you. I'll keep little Bobby safe, and I will cast Bless on her.
Did you tell her where you're going? You mentioned you're going to Meadstead, right?
I do believe I did, yes. Okay. So when she's tortured, they'll know. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll say you should probably go talk to little Bobby for a little bit before we head out.
She gives the like, oh, I know.
Yeah. Look,
and as she waits till everyone is packed up and ready to go and the wagon trains are setting out, you guys will probably have to have a conversation with the people at some point that they're not going to be able to bring that comfy chair that their grandpa made them. And
we're going to do it a day out.
Yep. Literally, like, in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Yeah.
Right. And once everything is ready to go, she takes a knee next to Bobby, pulls him close, and has a short, whispered conversation, intentionally, so that no one else can overhear. Bobby seems like a little frustrated with her. Like, come on, Mom, let's just go. Let's go. And Mom's like, hold on, I gotta take... And she tries to give him, like, a kiss goodbye, but he's at that age, and he's frustrated with her because there's this great thing happening, and she's being a stick in the mud. And he sort of, like, pushes her off of him and, like, runs to chase after Valerio at the head of the column.
I'll stop him and give him, like, a stern, now, Bobby, you go kiss your mother goodbye, as he's, like, tearing up. Now.
Oh, she's just being a brat.
Bobby, this isn't up for discussion. I will not let you hang out with Valeria today. You go kiss her goodbye.
He straightens his spine and says, who are you to tell me what to do, Mr. Peasant Dwarf? I am the Baroness's son. It is me who tells you what to do, and tries to whirl past you and get away.
I will hold him real quick, and I'll straighten up.
Give me a strength check. He's resisting you.
It's fine.
He's a young man.
No, I get it. 25.
Oh, he's got pretty shitty strength. 8 strength, and yeah, he only rolls a 13. You can grab him and hold him in place.
I do like a firm hold. Hopefully it's a child, so I'm kind of scaring him, and I will speak up to him in a very mean tone. I am Father Tempos, and you will respect me.
Father Tempos?
Or no, sorry, not Father Tempos. I'm Father Ebner of Tempos,
and you will
God. Respect me. And I will say sternly, now you go give your mother a kiss goodbye. Final warning.
Give me a charisma check. He is
my charisma
resistant.
Shit, Neal.
Yeah, I do.
That's why he's making you do
28.
It.
Oh my god. These fucking amazing rolls. All right. Bobby cowers under the wrath of the gods. Heads back to his mom, who's been watching this altercation. Gives her a half-hearted hug, kiss on the cheek, mutters something to her, and walks back, but takes care to like walk on the other side of the caravan from where you are.
I'll give her a head nod.
It's time for the people to move out.
We'll go.
Wagons get rolling, pulled by the animals.
Oscar Mike.
Anything else?
Chives casts mount for himself, and that's it.
Casts mount for himself?
Well.
Mm-hmm. Because we're going to be walking anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I don't think we got anything else. I think we've done most of it here. Did she give me a head nod or anything? Did she show appreciation? Any tears in her eyes, Neal, as I sent her child back to give her a kiss? Not give a fuck.
She is doing her best to hold back all form of emotion and be practical at this moment in time. She passes her charisma check, manages to keep a stern, stoic face, showing no emotion. But she watches the wagon trail leave at least a little while before turning back to the remaining halflings and maybe the one or two other people that decided to stay behind and sorting out what to do with Latrine before they come. Because they will come for her.
Good. They're paid till September, so they won't know for a while. there for a month or two. But yeah.
Or at least they won't know because of taxes not coming in.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. The people can set out across the map. Bring us all here to Little Latrine.
So like 200 and ish people came, right?
Yeah, I think we have 230 with us right now.
That's good.
Yep. All right, so let us set out. And here we go.
Little Bobby's being a little shit. I have to teach him some fucking respect.
Because teaching respect to 13, 14-year-olds has always worked.
Easy.
In the,
Yep. True.
You just
Easy.
tell them what
you
to
just
do.
roll 28 on your charisma.
It's all right.
It's
He
as
did
easy
it.
as that.
So we go like what, 6 miles a day?
Yeah, over this rugged terrain here.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be about 6 miles a day, so it'll take you
5 days.
5 days to. Are you going to? You're going to Stout End, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. It'll take you 5 days to get there.
Kind
When
of
do you
as this
tell the
wagon
people-
train. Oh,
ahead.
so as this wagon train goes along, Chives will ride the horse kind of around in front and back, just scouting-ish. So if we know if someone's coming or not, I have the extra movement with the horse.
How many days journey do I think it is at the current pace we're going?
About 5.
We're gonna tell him 3 days in. And I'll tell Jeb because if it's only 1 day away, they might actually fucking go back. 3 days, they're committed.
Makes sense. I thought we'd be able to move faster. I forgot. Wagons don't go through the hills so well.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to take the easiest route possible, which isn't always the most direct route, but with all of the wagons here, you need to make sure that they're on nice and even ground. So it's going to be lots of like dry rivers, river gorges that you might take, or long abandoned trails, or whatnots. If there's a hill in front of you, you take like the long way to go around the hill rather than trying to go up and over it, because it's going to be rocky or difficult for some cart somewhere to pull. So it is slow progress.
Then on the third day,
I'm gonna rally the troops, if that's fine, Neal, if we're not. And I'm gonna say we're moving behind schedule. You won't need these things where we're going, so grab a sack of stuff, and that's what you'll be carrying now. You may take the horses if you'd like and ride on them, but
What about
otherwise,
What about the cart? It has all of my stuff.
you gotta stay. We got stuff for you up there.
you gotta figure out how to take what you only need.
All right, give you an hour. Pick what you need. And I ain't talking about your granddaddy's chair. You don't need that. You need this, and I'll hold up a block of bread. You need this. You need this. I'll show him my sword or my spear. And you need this, and I'll point at my head. 1 hour.
All right. You give people an hour to repack their supplies
Essentials.
and figure out what they can carry and what they can't carry.
I will help little Bobby carry along pretty much anything he wants.
Little Bobby's only really got a little bit of clothes with him and his practice sword at his side. And
He
a
didn't bring
bag
his
of
dad's
money.
sword like I told him or anything? He didn't do any of that?
That stuff was wrapped up with the servants that are
Okay, so
following
I will
him.
go get that from them, like all the important shit, or the stuff like that has like his mom's emblem, maybe like a picture of his mom, like those things I will make sure to
Sure.
carry.
Probably hide the emblem stuff.
Keep
Yeah,
them.
we'll keep those on the DL. Sure, we can put them in a bag and stuff. The sword, is there like a big sword or anything?
There is an arming sword that was brought with them. It's very different than the one that his mother was wielding.
Yeah,
One's a little bit older and make and style.
I'll hand it to Valerio. And I'll ask little Bobby's permission. Little Bobby, do you mind if I show Valerio this sword here, this mighty fine sword that we're gonna bring along? You don't mind, or you do?
But can I show him?
Yeah, here.
He'll take the sword and walk over to Valerio and chatter at you in common, in mystery in common. And when it's clear you don't understand, he switches to halfling. Do you speak halfling?
No, still nothing.
I'll go with him and I'll explain. He's from a faraway land, and he actually doesn't speak the language yet, but I've been teaching him and Jeb. You see, I have a teaching proficiency, so maybe in a few episodes he'll be able to pick up on it. But maybe you could even help him with that, little Bobby, as well. So just say some things, and I'll transfer it over as well for the time being.
Sure, you guys can play telephone, and little Bobby will try his best to talk to Valerio, but it's a little awkward, because his questions are sometimes a little weird or not clear what he's getting at, but he's sort of a well-spoken-ish noble-ish, but his intent is off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like everything is going fine. You've got most of the people, at least the humans, in the town, and you're headed to Stout End with this wagon train, and you're leaving the wagons and the crap behind, and you're just taking the essentials. You'll probably gain a day by dropping that stuff. And all is going well. What could possibly go wrong? Why don't we take our second break here on this really high note of everything going perfectly according to plan, and we'll come back and see the happy ending that is certain to come.
We're on day 3, right? So I'm